Dylan was born 5 years ago, the doctors knew immediately that something was wrong with him. The skin on his back was dark red, and the rest of his body was covered with big brown spots. It turned out that Dylan suffered from a serious disease called congenital melanocytic nevus. About 80% of his body was covered with birthmarks. Doctors explained to Dylan's mother, Cara, that her son would undergo several surgeries in his early years. Patients with congenital melanocytic nevi are at high risk of developing skin cancer. Therefore, it is especially important for them to watch for moles. The giant mole that covered most of Dylan's back was so big that doctors wanted to remove it surgically. It wasn't an easy operation because they needed to graft skin from other parts of the child's body. As Dylan got older, the doctors decided to do the complicated surgery. In order to have enough skin for the transplant, doctors had to sew breast-like implants into the boy's body. Dylan walked around with the implants for 3 months, which allowed his skin to grow significantly. The idea was to transplant this skin onto the boy's back after the giant nevus was removed from it. To date, Dylan has undergone numerous surgeries. After 26 surgeries, about half of the giant mole is left on the boy's body. We hope his moles never become malignant, because they can develop into cancer at any time, his mother Cara told us in an interview. He is scheduled for surgery every 3 to 6 months, depending on what part of his body the doctors will work on. Despite multiple surgeries and recovery periods, Dylan is a happy little boy. We do what's best for him, and we try our best to give him a full long life. Cara continues in an interview. I am constantly amazed at Dylan, because he is always smiling, and not afraid of hospitals and doctors, and the nurses love him. Dylan is well aware that he is different from most children. Strangers often stop and look at him on the street. When this happens, Dylan simply explains to them why he looks the way he does. People don't really want to gloat, they're just very curious. But there have also been times when people have behaved rudely. Once in the supermarket, the store manager asked us to leave because one of their customers was very impressed after seeing my baby. It made me extremely sad, Cara says. But the mother refuses to hide from the public or be ashamed of her boy. I'm not afraid to go outside with him, and I don't want him to worry or think he should be ashamed. Dylan is a very brave little boy who, despite his birthmarks, is adored by everyone. I sincerely hope the remaining surgeries go smoothly for him.